Good evening, traders. Today's Monday, January 9th, 4:27 p.m. Markets are closed. What do you think about today? Was it a big red day? Did it take you by surprise? All in all, actually, it wasn't. It was kind of unexpected that we actually went up, but it wasn't unexpected that we retraced ultimately, right? That's exactly what happened this morning's session. I said, yeah, we gapped up. I think we're going to try to fill that. What I didn't expect was to go up first, only to retrace over 100% of it and close the day in the red. Okay? Um, but you'll see in subsequent slides that was an orderly sell-off. That was not. This is all planned. When you guys think about it, let's go back to last Friday. Big up, 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 up. Little bit of consolidation, and then for the first half of the day, up, 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 up. You guys got to have some pullback. So this is garden variety type of pullback to me. Okay, so you know, it we can expect actually tomorrow probably come down a little bit more. Okay, we'll look into some subsequent slides as to how far we probably could go. Okay, so at this time, I don't think this is anything to be too concerned about. All right, I mean we've had two from Friday through today through the first half of the day. We went from 380 to 393. Okay, that's actually quite a big move, and then we retraced back down. It was not a huge sell-off, like something like this. Something like that, I'd be like, oh boy, what's going on here? Big wick, big red candle. Not so much. And this is the hourly that you're looking at, by the way. Okay, so now before we get into a little bit of that, I want to actually show you a slide that I did yesterday, actually, and that is, to be no surprise, this is the hive, October 13th, 2022. This is the 65-minute chart, because this is the smallest time frame I can get that goes back to that. What you're looking at here is the bottom that goes all the way through last week. Here's the bottom, okay? And here's the top that went all the way through last Friday. That actually, as of today, you know how we gapped up over it, went above it, and then we came back down and lost it. This is that same channel top that we took back this morning and then lost in the afternoon. Okay? And here's basically the middle of the channel. All right? Now, check this out. Look at all before October 13th and then even after October 13th. Look at all of the, once again, intersections. It was drawing out, kissing it perfectly, 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 perfect, 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 time and time and time and time and time again. Okay? This is all planned out, guys. It's all planned out. You guys probably believe that by now, but I'm just saying that over and over again. Now, obviously, this was a big giant move. This move on October 13th was the third largest intraday point swing since 1967. Wick high 367.51, wick low 347.11. Intraday swing 5.57%. Okay? I'm calling this to your attention because I want to show you the next slide. This was the beginning of what would be what I'm going to call high value targets, HVT. Okay? Here's to get your bearings on. Here's the hive. Here's the top of the channel. Here's the bottom of the channel. That leads us through today. Okay? Oh, actually, this is the top of the new channel that I drew. Remember, I drew that recently. The old channel is right there, right smack in the middle. Okay? Yep. Okay. Now, obviously, we didn't know at the time, including myself, this is October, and this is getting into November right here, right? You notice, I want to share an observation with you. Every time we got close to what is now the top of this channel, and then we got the bottom of the channel, every time we got close to it, we may have come on below it, beneath, but then But then what happens every time? Rip it up, rip it up, rip it up, rip it up, rip it up. Okay, you notice that? Every single time. And that includes in December. Remember, this is FOMC right here. So this would have been like the day after. That includes in December, every time we got close to it, rip it down. Big move down, okay? Notice, now watch this though, on this date. Notice how it came down, big move down, boo, but it found support at what? The channel top right there. It still lost it, but it found it. So I guess what I'm saying is, I call these high value targets. Next time we see big moves like that, just big moves, we need to start thinking about drawing a best fit line through that if you can. Or start thinking about somehow like, ooh, anytime, let's say we're in some special ops out in the field and we're trying to identify a high value target, and we're getting close to that high value target. And as we're getting closer to the high value target, what happens? The defense of the other side starts to pick up, right? They're defending something. They're defending something. Some big moves coming. Like, are we getting close to that target? I mean, what? The defense over here is starting to get a little bit stiff, right? They're starting to ramp it up. Who are they protecting? That's so important. Okay, that's my point of giving you that analogy. Who or what are they protecting? That's so important. Okay. As you guys have known, this is this is the bottom of the hive. This is the bottom. See what I'm saying? Goes back to October 13th. Every single time, boom, 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 boom. Okay? All right, so I just wanted to bring all that up for your attention. And that's why I think, guess what? Oh yeah, we're headed here. We're still headed there. I'm going to show you some charts here in a moment. We're still headed here. The question is, when we get there, what's going to happen? I don't know, but it's going to be a big move. I think it's going to be decisive once we get there. Okay? That's all I wanted to say about that. When we get there, it's going to be decisive. Okay? Okay, so. Okay, just wanted to bring this to your attention real fast. This is April, this is August, this is December, the peaks. And here's the trend line that I may have said that I would never draw, but yet again, here it is. I drew it. I got this question from Twitter, and I felt that the answer would be beneficial for the larger community to hear. Now, the question was, every time we hit this trend line up here, up here, it would have been, the 200 moving average. Every time we hit it, we failed, and every time we reattempted to come back up, we failed. Right? Okay, that's a fact. April, August, even in December. Hit the trend line, up, failed, come up, failed, boom. Why would this one be any different? Right? Why? That was the question. Why would this be any different? When you look at the MACD on both times, failure, try to come up again, failure, right? That's coming down, and that's coming down. The trajectory is down, losing ground and going further into below the negative territory, right? Same with August, going down, further going into negative territory. What's different about January? It's actually curling up this time and past the signal line on the daily. Those other times couldn't do it. Couldn't even get back to the signal line. See that? The green signal line? Couldn't even do it. But now it's curling up past the signal line, close to the zero line, not going down. Well, this one's probably close. Okay? So I'm just pointing that out. All right? Just to for your consideration. Okay, next chart is just a 1 hour SPY futures. Futures kind of is a little bit of a different bird that you know of. See, for one splitting moment, we cracked that 39.60 gap, didn't we? We didn't feel it. But we cracked it, didn't we? We sure did. See, that's not an accident. That was intentional. I I think we're going to go back, and we're going to fill that gap, and then this range is when the real battle happens. That's the high value target example I just gave you. HVT, high value target. Okay? So, just wanted to point that out. Earlier this morning I said, yeah, this might be a pop and float. See that? Kind of comes down. Oh, came up, and then it's going to come down. Oh, tomorrow we may be looking at a red day, so let's just kind of see where this goes. Let's see what happens in futures tonight. I don't know. Okay? So, next slide. Okay, left side is, both sides are the 5-minute chart, but the left side is on the smaller time frames, right? 15, 30-minute, 1 hour, 2 hour. Okay? And the right side is the larger time frames. But they're both 5-minute time frames, but this is the 4-hour, the 6-hour EMA, SMA, right? Here's the daily, okay? Now, check this out. So, this was very orderly decline because look how it stair steps its way down. Down, up, down, kind of meander, up, down, kind of meander, down, tries to find support, down, tries to find the next support. See, you notice how it's trying to find support at these SMA levels. See that? Tries to find support here, tries to find support here. Oh, kind of goes down, kind of messes around a little bit. Ultimately finds support at the 15-minute EMA 50 to finish the day, right? Basically, you finished the day where you started the day. You closed the gap perfectly. And you stopped right there. Right? You didn't go any further. You didn't go any higher. You stopped where you closed the gap. Right there. Right? That's why it was an orderly decline. It wasn't, oh my gosh, it's a sell-off. Okay, now, let's check this out. It closed on the 15-minute EMA, but on the 1-day EMA, it closed on that exactly. Boom. You closed where you started, right? So, you started, well, for those at opening bell, technically you started up here, but but futures last night technically started right here, right? Yesterday you closed. Look, I mean, it's no accident, guys. Yesterday you closed right here, and today you closed at the same spot. See what I mean? That's exactly by their design. That was no accident. This was not a huge sell-off day. Okay? It was very, very orderly. Look at that. Perfect, just wicking. Perfectly touching the top of this channel, right? I mean, just perfect stair step, perfect stair step, perfect stair step all the way down. Right? This was not a fire in the theater where there's only one exit and everyone is trying to get to it. It wasn't like that. Okay? So, speaking about tomorrow, I think tomorrow's going to be a red day also. Let me zoom out a little bit so just see, kind of get a better perspective. Okay, think about this big move. Friday, today, and then you ended up here. I think you could probably expect to get in this 385 to 384, 383 to 385 range. I think it's going to find support somewhere in there. It's going to find support somewhere in there, okay? But when you zoom out and look at it from perspective, let's just go say it finds support in this lower 383s. That's still a higher high right here than down here. The channel, the hive. This is the hive, right? Even if you found support at the weekly or even somewhere in this range, that's still higher than down here. Okay, so keep that in mind. And that shouldn't be a surprise because you had 2 big up days. Well, now you got to have 2 down days, right? But still have a higher high than your Friday's low. Does that make sense? Okay, so. And I think the weekly SMA, that's obviously a strong support line because that's what dogged the markets in all of 2022, right? So I wouldn't be surprised whatsoever if the markets found support here. And if it doesn't find it here, well, but look at this stiff. This is a band. These aren't lines. This forms a thick band between the 4-hour EMA, the 6-hour EMA, 6-hour SMA, 4-hour SMA. It's just thick. I think it's going to find support somewhere in there. Okay, so I think that's where we're at. I have no idea what Powell's going to say tomorrow, how the market's going to react to it, but none of us can trade it anyways because he starts speaking at 8 o'clock, and when he starts speaking, the markets start reacting. So I won't be able to do anything until 8:30 when opening bell happens. So, but yeah, I think tomorrow's going to be a down day also. But I still think the path is still up, not down. Okay, so. And please feel free to follow me on Twitter. I was giving real-time updates today. Please don't forget to listen to your favorite music as you are trading because I think it's important. It helps you get into the right state of mind, the right flow state, or get into the zone. Please give this video a like, share, subscribe, and click to be notified when I release something new. And with that, I'm Agent 000 signing off. Talk to you again soon.